Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Here we go, friends. It's the first day of spring. What? Okay. When I saw that it was the first day of spring, or I realized that today is the first day of spring, it was 29 degrees. So if this truly is the first day of spring, and one of my coworkers, Becky, at Starbucks, ding, told me that it doesn't officially start, spring doesn't officially start until like 11 a.m. or something. I didn't know there was a specific time. So maybe if we cross our fingers, make a wish, by 11 o'clock it'll be 60 or 70 degrees. What do you think? I don't know if that's necessarily true, but you know, that's okay. I know that the weather is going to be nice eventually. Maybe just don't look at the forecast for Saturday. A little bit of rain. That's why you need to come here for our Easter event that we have starting at 9 a.m. Easter Bunny's going to be here, face painting, a whole bunch of stuff for the kids. It's going to be a good time. I know that for sure. You should stop on by. And I know the Easter Bunny. I sent him a text, or her a text, and said, EB, can you come to the store? And EB was like, bunch of emojis, smiley face. So Chef Tess is back with us, just rocking some, I don't even know what. It smells good though. I feel like I smell some garlic, and you got some pasta. What are you making, Chef Tess?
Sauce.
Homemade Alfredo sauce.
Yeah.
Wow. I see some heavy cream.
Yep.
And then I don't know what else I see. But
Parmesan cheese, some butter.
Yeah.
Real simple stuff, but it's one of the number one things that people ask me how to make at home.
Okay.
I think it's like one of the number one things that people order when they go to places like Italian restaurants and things like that. So we're gonna show people how easy that is today to execute at home.
Okay. And you have a bunch of ingredients. Is there anything that you need that we could send Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam?
Yeah, I think we're actually gonna show where all of these ingredients are located in the store.
Perfect.
Later on. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam will be in action. Appreciate that very much. And if we have to do any sampling later, I'll do it, I guess. Someone has to.
Got it.
All right. Let's introduce our first guest, who is here with the greatest jacket on that I've ever seen, from the city of Wilton, Councilmember Ted Maroff. How are you, buddy?
Fine. How you doing?
Obviously, you're a Cubs fan.
Genetically so, yes. My father, his father, and so forth. I can't help it.
Well, please don't. I mean, 2016 November, was it the 3rd or 4th? I don't remember what day it was.
I can't remember, but I figured I better buy this thing while it was hot. Otherwise, it'll be another 75 years before they win it again. So
what a tremendous night that was. It was one of those things, like I guess, you know, as being a Cubs fan, growing up in the Chicago area like I did, you sort of believe in curses and superstitions. So I had come to this Hy-Vee store long before I worked here, went to Wine and Spirits, bought a bottle of champagne, brought it home. My wife, Ted, decided she was going to go to bed as the game continues on. She says, "Can I try the champagne?" No way, it's bad luck. But since she's my wife, of course, she did what she wanted.
Yeah.
And the Cubs went on to win. And I remember coming up to bed at 1 a.m. and she said, "Did they win?" And I said, "Yeah." What a night.
I think I couldn't stand to watch because it got really dicey at the end. And so I went to bed. I turned it off. Then I heard a shotgun blast. And I figured they must have won. So that's how I knew.
All of a sudden, it wasn't a sleepy night in Wilton.
No, it was not.
I'm a big fan of Wilton, and I said this when Mark Snavely was with us a few weeks ago. Each time that I'm in Wilton, Ted, specifically downtown Wilton, it feels like a vacation town. It could be on a postcard. It just feels good down there, no matter the season. I mean, I prefer it in spring or summer as opposed to, when we get these cold days that we get in Iowa winters. But what a beautiful downtown.
Well, appreciate that. And we're working pretty hard to renovate it. We got $1 million project going on, renovating several of the old historic sites down there. The Wilton Candy Kitchen, which I think people know of, is really undergoing a major renovation and so forth. So yeah, we're proud of it, and we're doing our best to make it a place that you want to come and hang out a little bit.
Well, it's important because the strength of a community can really lie in, not only its downtown but all throughout, but certainly having a downtown like Wilton's, and the fact that everybody at the city and council, mayor, and really the residents, they can appreciate this revitalization project, and they understand how important it is and how great everything's going to look. But they have to be patient because it takes time, doesn't it?
It does take time, and it is a close-knit community. I mean, you wear this hat today, you're a councilman, then you turn the hat around this way and you're this and that. And there's just a lot of things. The 12-month clock of the town goes on. We have Founders Day that's coming up in August, and we're doing we got a lot of fresh ideas and volunteers. We're going to try and revamp that and make that a real fun thing in August. And as I told you before we came on, I'm the president of the Wilton High School Alumni Association. We do a banquet in April, and that's turned into a kind of a spring social event. So as things go through, people participate, and it just takes people to care about it. And I think that's one thing Wilton has. People do care about what goes on.
And whether you're an alumni or you're fresh, you're new to Wilton, I think you have the benefit of that close-knit community also being very accepting and welcoming.
Yeah.
And I know that it's important for folks to get acclimated quickly, especially if they have kids that are going to go through the school system. There's just a lot of good things happening in Wilton.
Yes.
The school edition, you talk about the alumni event that is at the Wilton Community Center is massive. First time I walked in there, I was going to DJ a wedding. I had no idea how big that room was.
It's an excellent facility, really.
Oh, my gosh.
It serves a lot of different purposes and so forth. The town really has had, previous to me being on the city council, people are forward-looking. I mean, the Wilton Development Corporation, always working at bringing new business, new opportunities to Wilton. Highline being one of the success stories. And the Wilton Chamber of Commerce. It just takes a lot of people doing a lot of things. Getting on the city council a couple of years ago, I became very aware of just how much goes on behind the scenes to make things work.
What compelled you to want to do that, Ted? I mean, did you feel like, because it's not every person will, feel like they want to get involved in politics, even on the scale being a council member. I mean, I've thought about it personally over the years, and I think for you, was it just a level of caring about the place that you live and wanting to give back?
I think it's a lot of that. I mean, my wife and I moved to California in 1977, and we always maintained ties to Wilton. We always loved coming back to visit. The Maroff name runs deep in Wilton and so forth. And we moved back about 7 years ago, and about 3-4 years in, it started to click. And I think that participating and taking advantage of what the small towns offer and so forth, give back seems to be kind of cliche. But I just it's nice to be part of a team that gets things done. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you have to work well together with everybody, but you also have to. I'm sure when it comes to council meetings and listening to the public is important.
When we talk about taxes, that's always when we approve the tax rate, I go, wait a minute, I just raised my taxes or what have you. So it's like, you're never far away from your own consequences.
Correct. Yeah. But it is admirable that you decided to get involved. And what I heard, Ted, quite frankly, was that you guys missed winter. You were spoiled. We would get brochures, and when we were living in Southern California, and they always left that season out. And so we got back here. It's like, does this happen again? Look at how nice it is in Wilton in spring and summer and fall, and then we're going to leave.
Well, I have to say, with this body, I was not a surfer, so I didn't go to the beach much. So.
Oh, I love it. So 7 years back, the question that I have, and again, I know a lot of people that live and work in Wilton, but what would you say makes Wilton, Ted, such a great place to work, to live, to raise a family?
Well, it's
for folks that are watching this, that might be in Muscatine. Certainly, you have people in Wilton that are going to see this, but what would you say to that question?
I think there are a few things that the community hubs around, and not one single thing defines the town. But I would have to say the school system is just absolutely exceptional. If you experience the California public school system, you come back here, it's like we're on another planet, another level. I can't say enough about how good the school system is, and it's very attractive to people who are looking to relocate. The city council, say what you will or critique or what have you. I've never seen a group of people squeeze a nickel harder or do more to
Absolutely.
be responsible with the town's finances and so forth. So yeah, city council, the school, Chamber of Commerce, the development corporations, the financial institutions, everybody seems to have a forward-looking viewpoint, and that's, if you're not moving forward, you're dying.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. And having been a part of events like Founders Day, and I'm very curious, even though I'm not an alumni, I love the fact that that's becoming such a thing. That's April 14th, Wilton Community Center. You said that Cruisin's playing, which is Max Allen Collins, great guy, fun band. So right, I mean, it is all of those things coming together, and I wonder, the first time you had this alumni event, the feeling that you had, having been away for so long, and then reconnecting with classmates and friends, because we all, I mean, again, I don't know what your graduating class size was. Was it
about 75?
Right.
Somewhere
So,
there, yeah.
So the first time you kind of see some familiar faces, that had to make you feel good. That sense of home was probably there, right?
It's almost like we came back to an existing biosphere. I mean, my kids graduated from Capo Unified, and there were 800 kids in their senior class. So the closeness that exists, where you've gone to school with somebody from kindergarten through your senior year, those friendships never end. So coming back and seeing friends and family and so forth, it was really a bonus, a benefit. So Absolutely. I don't mind winters so much because of that. So
I was going to say, you kind of had to gotten used to it again, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had to get like a snowblower. Like that's no. Is anybody ever excited to buy a snowblower? I don't know.
I actually had somebody give me one when I got. They felt sorry for me.
So welcome back from California,
and it's still running.
Here you go. Right, here's the snowblower. Hopefully they had some gas with it too.
Oh yeah.
That's the Wilton spirit. Come to Wilton. Everybody gets a snowblower.
Everybody gets a snowblower.
All of a sudden the population is going to be booming.
Yeah, free snowblowers.
So, with the council, are there any, outside of the revitalization of downtown, are there other things that you're working on that are coming up that you can maybe preview for us?
Well, city council, you like to talk about politics, but really it's nuts and bolts. It's local government at its basic level. It's potholes, it's sewage, it's water treatment, it's streets, and so forth. Biggest thing we've got on our plate is the DNR mandating water treatment upgrade of about $6 million that's coming online.
Wow.
So in looking forward to that for at least 2-3 years, we've been gearing towards financing that so that when Wilton's in a very good position versus a lot of small towns in Iowa that don't have the money to do it.
Right.
And it's not something that we're thrilled to do.
Sure.
But we're capable of doing it. And quite frankly, some of the stuff down at the existing water treatment plant, 60 years old, that had maybe a 30-year lifspan, and we've gotten 60 years out of it. So, so it's time.
Well, it is that infrastructure that, again, it sometimes, most times goes unnoticed. But when you can flush a toilet or take a shower, drive down a road.
I've often thought that.
I mean, that's really it, right? I mean, it has to be done for the future of Wilton. I mean,
not even just the future, but just the present. We had like 12 water main breaks during the winter. I mean, it was a tough winter. So Bob Van Dusen and his crew, his guys, I mean, when you see them out there in 10-degree weather digging a hole, you go, we don't pay those guys enough. I don't mean it, Bob, but I mean, I wouldn't want to be doing that.
No, I understand. One of my buddies, Paul Marquez, is on that crew. He's, and that's the thing, right? I haven't spent a ton of time in Wilton, but enough to get a sense for the type of community that it is.
Yeah, and I think the Founders Day celebration is kind of like, we made it through another year,
Sure.
So we're doing a few things. We're bringing in a stage. We're renting a mobile stage.
Cool.
Compass Rose is playing on Saturday night.
Awesome.
North of 40's playing Friday night. We've got the Quad City Academy of Rock. They're providing
is a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're providing some afternoon entertainment on Friday.
So it's August 17th and 18th.
That is
correct. The website pulled up. Always a good time.
Yep.
The parade, the Founders Day parade.
Yep.
I mean, you want to talk about, I tell people all the time, you want to get into a parade that people are at,
it's
you
a
go
good
to
one.
that Founders Parade.
Yeah, if you've got a shiny tractor and you want to show it off, or a gigantic fire truck, bring her on down.
Yeah.
If you happen to have a marching band that you're in charge of, we need marching bands.
How about that? Okay, so maybe Hy-Vee today can help Ted and everybody in Wilton, let's get a marching band.
Yes.
In the Founders Day Parade.
You have several months. If there isn't one right now, you could start one.
Yeah, hey, maybe I can't play any instruments, but I could try.
Well, you can march.
I can march, yeah. Bro, I could march okay. You went to California a long time ago.
Yeah, in the 70s, pre-disco.
Part of what, I don't know if this brought you to California, but you have experience in roller derby.
Yes.
Which was, I mean, televised, and you traveled with it.
Yeah.
Now, I have a small semblance of roller derby, but I mean, how much fun did you have? What got you into it? Because your wife and yourself did it, right?
My wife, Debbie Garvey, was her skating name.
Sure. Okay.
Skated for the Los Angeles Thunderbirds.
Nice.
And I was kind of what in wrestling they call the heel and so forth.
Sure.
But yeah, we traveled. We skated from Madison Square Garden to the Superdome, all through Mexico, Australia, and so forth.
Madison Square Garden. What's that? What year is that, and what was it like?
Well, it's a long time ago, so most of your audience wasn't born. You probably weren't born.
I think they probably are. Well, maybe not me. 83 for me. Was it 83?
82.
Okay.
So
almost.
We skated at the Garden in 82, and that was quite an experience because they do call themselves
Is that in Los Angeles?
T-Birds? That is an LA T-Birds team. That's John Hall on the right there. He trained both Debbie and I, and we've remained good friends with him to this day. In fact, he's our daughter's godfather, as far as that goes. So
it's just wild that roller derby. It was so popular enough to be at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, we sold it out, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, you were nervous because it is the mecca of sports entertainment.
Sure.
And so you get in there and you wonder, will these people like it or not?
Right.
And then you do your first little thing and you hear the organ player go dun 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 dun, and aha, they're just fans like LA. So
that's right. So you got to be the heel, which is like the villain, the bad guy, so to speak.
Yeah, that was more fun. I mean,
what was your name?
Just Terrible Ted.
Terrible Ted.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so we would not like to hear that at any council meetings.
Nah, that really doesn't fly.
That's good. Wasn't on any political advertisements when you were running.
No,
Elect Terrible Ted.
No, I left all that out. I don't think I can run for higher office. Too many skeletons in my closet. So.
I think it's such a cool story. I mean, you're the kind of person you could write a book about the experiences you've had, certainly, right?
Well,
or tell the story to somebody that could write the book, right?
Well, I bored all my kids to death, so I got to tell strangers. Most of my good friends start leaving the room when I start telling my story.
Oh, Dad, not that story.
Geez. Oh, man.
Here we go. Well, I think it's fascinating, and I certainly appreciate everything that you and the council and folks in Wilton are doing. Downtown is going to look great. You had some national attention with the Ben Shirk stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the spotlight.
That's quite a story in itself.
Ben's had his business for a number of years. I don't even know if I've ever met Ben. I mean, I know where his shop is. I know who he is.
Oh, he's my neighbor across the street.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
But talk about, and because the Candy Kitchen as well, you had Mark Zuckerberg, the guy that runs Facebook.
I don't know if he knew where he really was, but he
was in
there.
Wilton, Iowa. I just remembered that Mark Zuckerberg was at the Candy Kitchen. So no matter, there is no such thing as bad publicity for the most part. But when you have a Zuckerberg and a Ben Shirk, and they're bringing awareness, attention to Wilton, it doesn't hurt, right?
No, it doesn't hurt at all. No, it's and again, I think it comes from people all moving in the same direction, moving forward. I mean,
absolutely.
When we built the new school, there's a lot of, I went to the old school and they tore that one down, and I have to say it was kind of like, oh my God, this is where we went to school all those years. But when you get past that and you go, okay, well, what's done is done. What we have is so much better than what we had before.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It truly is.
The kids are set up for such success.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wonderful. And there's the picture of Mark Zuckerberg in the candy.
Yes, there he is. I don't know. When you get to that level, you have handlers. So when I said I don't think he knew where he was, he may not have known where he was. We saw Pam Tillis get off the bus at the Galaxy Theater in Costa Mesa. She came off looking around like, where am I tonight?
Did Zuckerberg pay his tab when he was there? Do you know? Did he pay, or did the city buy?
I wasn't there. I was not invited. So,
well, you're always more of a MySpace guy, Ted. That's why.
Yeah, that's right.
Ted
I think I still have that account.
Yeah, I can't delete mine either. Ted Maroff, Wilton City Council member. It's good to see you, sir.
Hey, thanks
you for coming on. All the best to you and everybody in Wilton, and let's hope those Cubbies have another great season, right?
Go
there
Cubs.
We go. Hey, I know there's probably Cardinals fans watching this. You've won enough championships. Let us have another one.
That's right. Well, I've got my T-shirt. There's always last year.
That's right.
Yes.
I love it. All right. Thank you again, sir. It's good to see you. I appreciate it.
All right.
So we are going to. Can we take a look, Chad, at the aisle cam, which is hanging out near the Hickory House kitchen here at Hy-Vee. We're going to talk to the boss over there, Kim Beckman, in just a few moments. And then we're going to grab our FFA students. They're going to come over here. There it is, Hickory House Kitchen. Comfort foods. That's a good way to put it, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, the party potatoes that they have are so good. Kim's going to be here in just a few. We'll catch up with her. But, yeah, so let's get Summer and Taylor over here.
Thanks, man.
We're going to need, thank you, Ted. We're going to need another chair as well. I'll slide this one over a bit. It's a live show, friends. We're moving parts. All right, so in addition to that, Chef Tess is in the kitchen. We got to get some, we're going to show everybody where the ingredients are for the Alfredo sauce with the Toyota Muscatine car cam. We're going to go on a little adventure in just a few. Where are you at in the process right now, Chef?
I'm chopping up some parsley right now. That's going to go in right at the very end of the dish. And then pretty much everything else is ready to rock and roll.
Perfect.
We're going to show everybody where everything's located in the store to make it even easier to get dinner on the table tonight. So.
And is the heavy cream and making the sauce, I mean, is it something that you could easily burn or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I wondered. So
yeah.
I think that'll be an important thing because I think that's why Alfredo can sometimes be intimidating.
Yes.
When you're using things like heavy cream and you're making it fresh.
It's easy, it's fast, but you have to be paying attention to it.
Perfect.
That's the
attention.
That's the catch there.
Put the smartphone down for a minute. Unless you want Burnt Alfredo.
Yeah.
Which was a band name that I was in high school.
Burnt Alfredo?
Yeah, you know. It was, we were a tribute to the Flying Burrito Brothers. Yeah, it was good.
Wonderful.
We did a couple shows. Okay, our second guest, and we're going to get to the Toyota Muscatine car cam in just a few, but our second guests are here. They're missing school. Summer and Taylor, FFA students from Muscatine High School, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
How we doing? Thanks for being here.
Good.
How was spring break?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you get to have one? Did you do anything exciting?
I worked.
You
Yeah.
worked?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you work? What do you do?
I work at Farm and Fleet.
Okay.
I work at Yonkers.
Excellent. So while everybody else may have been doing whatever, y'all were working.
Yeah.
You're responsible. There's one thing I know from having talked to FFA students over the years is that I'm always impressed with how responsible everyone is. I mean, you probably started doing stuff from an early age, whether it was with, a family farm or friend's farm. So what's your background for each of you, I guess? What led you to getting into FFA?
Well, I didn't grow up on a farm.
Sure.
But I moved. I live on a hobby farm now.
Okay.
But when I got into 8th grade, there was an ag class offered at the middle school, and
Sure.
that's how I kind of got into it.
Yeah, same thing. I didn't grow up on a farm. We still don't live on a farm, and
Sure.
I kind of just took the ag class in 8th grade, and that's kind of what set me in there.
So what was it about that class? I mean, was it more than just sitting in a classroom? Was it hands-on stuff or?
Yeah, it was more about because there's the ag center here in town,
Absolutely.
and you go there almost every Friday, and you get to work with the livestock, and it's just the hands-on. And I've always liked animals from a young age, so it was just that.
And then FFA starts officially when you're a freshman in high school. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 4-H is for younger students as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you get to high school, and did you both join FFA as freshmen or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And are you sophomores, juniors?
We're seniors.
You're seniors.
Yeah.
That's why they could miss class because they're probably very smart seniors. Excellent. And shout out to Mr. Paul for taking care of us.
Yeah.
I call him Sam, Mr.
Sam.
Paul. He's probably. I don't know if he's watching this or not. We'll find out. It usually
probably
pops up on
is.
Facebook.
Probably live
yeah.
streaming.
Well, he's probably got to teach a class right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what have you learned over the last 4? First of all, can you believe that you're seniors? Tell everybody how fast it goes, because I sound like I'm crazy when I say
it went pretty fast.
Yeah.
Right?
It went really fast.
I mean, this is it, right?
Yeah, this year
you have
has
like
gone
48 days left.
Yeah.
You know that?
That's crazy.
I'm not trying to make you depressed, but like I used to not have gray hair.
Yeah.
I'm only 34. I feel like I was 18 just the other day.
Yeah.
But what have you learned over the years, from when you started in FFA? Maybe some favorite things that you've got to experience, or just some things that you'll personally take away from it?
I guess I've learned a lot of like responsibility through livestock projects.
Sure.
Like both of us show livestock at the county fair and the state fair.
Okay.
So it's more like the responsibility aspect of taking care of something and working with it from being not so tame to taming it and liking, that stuff.
Yeah, I would say the responsibility and also leadership, like helping other members stay involved, make sure that they know of all the contests. And I would also say probably like public speaking, because I used to be kind of like the person that really didn't want to talk to anybody and that would kind of like hide in a corner. And now I can like talk to like a crowd of people. So it's really kind of changed like the way that we do things.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you can come and sit on a live stream talk show from a grocery store that's online
and not be the one that's hiding behind all the people.
Yeah, some mornings I want to hide behind stuff too. But yeah, I mean, it is one of those things. Like I think the assumption for some people is FFA, they're just doing stuff with animals, but it's not true. I mean, you have classmates, maybe you've done this as well, where you'll get into competitions for public speaking or radio or doing different things. I think that's what's so great about all the things that you can do with FFA.
Yeah.
It is certainly, of course, getting involved with animals and learning and having an appreciation for that. Being at the fair last year, it's hot and the beef show for sure. You're just thinking like, okay, this animal is a couple thousand pounds, and the person that it's following around, is 5'7". Depending on how old they are, and I stood there just like, wow. I mean, you feel pretty small when you're standing next to something that's a couple thousand pounds, right? But when you have that confidence, you kind of know what to do when it comes to showing, right? I mean, it's like you've done it enough times. But all that preparation as well, like grooming, and I mean, like there's that thing where you try and have almost like a mohawk near the tail, right?
Yeah.
What's that called?
The tail head. I mean,
that was a whole new thing for me. I'm like, hey, that cow's got its mohawk tail thing going on. What is that? For style points? No, I think it's cool. So let's see. So, okay, future plans. Right. So seniors, what's next? Are you continuing in FFA? College? What do you got planned?
For me, I plan on going to MCC for farm management.
All right.
And I plan on still showing at the fairs because you can show until you're 21. So I plan on staying involved that way.
Cool.
I'm also going to MCC, and I'm going to go into the veterinarian technology program, and I'll probably still keep showing at the fairs as well.
So that's a great program.
Yeah.
Dr. Dan, the animal man, Dr. Dan Dreyhaus was just here a couple weeks ago playing the guitar, talking about being a vet. That's very cool. So farm management.
Yeah.
So what would you eventually like to do? I mean, I know that's like a tough question to answer since you're like, I probably just figured that out a couple months ago. But do you have sort of an idea of where you would like that to take you?
I kind of want to someday run my own farm and run my own operation and everything. So
my mother-in-law's boyfriend has a couple thousand acres in Joy, Illinois. And when he starts talking about it, I probably look like I don't know what he's saying, which I don't, but I can at least listen, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important when you talk to, students that are involved in FFA or 4-H and they're telling you about what's happening. Like, I would be a city slicker, right? I'd be awkward around animals for the most part. But I'm a good listener, and I can have an appreciation for what you do. So when you're taking the classes now as seniors and you're at the Ag Learning Center, what are you doing in this fourth year with FFA? Like, is it this Friday you'll be there? How many days a week are you at the Ag Learning Center?
So actually the class that we're in right now as seniors, we're in Hort 1. So we actually don't go to the Ag Center.
Okay.
But like most of the classes that go, like there's advanced animal science, there's like a nutrition, or there's like a horse evaluation. You usually just go and you kind of learn about all the different things about the animals. You learn how to take care of them.
Sure.
And sometimes we get to like halter break the cattle that are there and stuff like that.
Wow. That's intense. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Have you both gone to state with FFA? I mean, have
Like
you?
the state fair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yep.
State Fair.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I should have clarified.
We've shown our sheep there.
Yep.
Cool. So you both show sheep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast. Show sheep by the seashore. What's the pressure like there as opposed to at the Muscatine County Fair? Is it more just pressure you put on yourself, or is it that the stage is
like
larger?
there's a lot more people there,
Sure.
and like the class sizes are like you can be in a class from like 20 to 30 sheep.
Wow.
So yeah, like at county fair, like usually we're in a class of like 5 to 6.
Sure.
So they're like you're jam packed of close to everybody, and it's just like so much more intense because you have so many more animals to be competing
Right.
against.
Yeah.
Do any of the sheep have creative names?
I named mine Margot.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like after the country singer Margot Price from Aledo, Illinois.
Sure.
Hi, Margot. If you like country music, you should check her out. She's awesome. What about you?
Last year mine was Remington, but we called her Remy for short.
That's awesome. I just always enjoy finding out what the animals' names are because, you put a lot of time in with them,
Yeah.
right? So you just don't want to call them like Sheep 1.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
weird, wouldn't it? Right?
Yeah.
That would be an awkward thing. Hey, Sheep 1. Is that how they sound? I'm not going to do a sheep impression. So I do think it's interesting that while you didn't both necessarily grow up on farms, you do obviously have an appreciation for and a potential future in it, which I think is awesome. But what would you tell people that are watching this that might not know a lot about FFA? So 2 questions. What would you tell people about FFA that they might not know? And how has your appreciation for farming and agriculture changed over the last 4 years? Whoever wants to start.
So I guess I would tell people that are watching, if you're in high school or middle school, get involved. It's more than just, like you said, working with animals. Like there's all
Sure.
kinds of different contests. You make really great relationships with people, like friendships that are going to last forever. Also, our advisors are really great, and it's really fun to get really close with them. And I guess my appreciation, like I didn't know a whole lot about farming. Like I said,
Sure.
I didn't grow up on a farm, so I didn't know anything about like the harvesting process. So I really take pride in like telling people about that don't know, and all
Yeah.
the great things. So I really enjoy it now that I'm involved.
Awesome.
I would say mine's probably the same answer. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
I just, again, the whole point of why we do this show is to bring on interesting guests like yourself and to just talk about a wide variety of topics. And we're looking at some pictures on Facebook you can see on the monitor. And I've spent some time at the Ag Learning Center. It is really cool
It's a
that the
great
fact that
place.
there's classrooms and then there's the big show. I don't know if it's called the show.
The
what do you
arena.
call it?
Yeah,
The
the
arena.
arena.
Thank you. The arena. And yeah, I mean, it's just, again, to have a place like that in Muscatine is pretty
Yeah.
special for sure. And that's because, again, we live in a community that has a lot of big business, but the big business cares, and they, will put their money where their mouth is and invest so that y'all have
Yeah.
good facilities to use, because it's
Yeah.
not in every town, right? There's not an
Yeah.
ag learning
No,
center in
there's
every town,
not.
especially one the size of Muscatine. So
Yeah, it's great for the kids like us that don't live on a farm, because most of the kids
Right.
in FFA don't come from a farming background.
Sure.
So
yeah, no, I think it's excellent. I'm glad you stopped by. So prom soon? Are you
that's
promming?
next month,
Yeah.
Okay. Where is it at? Is it at the Merrill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the new
Awesome.
hotel.
Shout out to the Merrill. So that'll be fun. Last
Yeah.
prom, huh? Is it emotional? And then graduation. And then it's over.
I mean, I think I'll
oh my
miss
gosh,
it.
I'm getting emotional.
Yeah.
You'll miss it, yeah.
Yeah, because I like the dressing up and the taking pictures
Sure.
and going out to eat. I mean, I don't really dance a whole lot, but
Yeah.
That's okay.
The rest of the
It's
stuff
okay.
is good.
Yeah, it's okay to not dance, right? I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's always like that group that's like dancing the whole time, and then
Yeah.
I always wonder, because I've DJ'd a couple dances, I'm like, what's everybody else doing? Are they just hanging out? They're probably
Yeah.
having fun, right? Taking a lot of selfies, maybe?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, last question. Snapchat or Instagram, which do you prefer?
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Okay. All right. Officially old man. All right. Well, thank you both for coming on.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of
Thank you.
senior year. I'm so happy for you. I like that you both kind of have a sense of what you want to do. And good luck. Stay with it. I mean, and get all the experience that you can, Like that's what I always tell people, like internships, any opportunity you can have that's in the field that you're interested in, just take it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I had an internship at a radio station in Chicago, and it cost me money to take the train. I made $0 for 3.5 months, but I learned so much,
Yeah.
So I guess my other advice would be get a paid internship,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you both for being here. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
I guess you have to
Thank
go to
you.
class now.
Yeah.
Sorry. But thanks to Mr. Paul for making this happen. All right, let's check in. We have Chef Tess in the kitchen. We have to get some ingredients. As far as the process goes right now, where are you at with the Alfredo?
I'm ready to get started whenever.
Okay.
So we can do the cart cam first if you want.
Yeah, let's take. Okay, so we got Betsy on the cart cam. We're gonna grab some of the ingredients that you're using. So yeah, if you want to start, go ahead, and then Chef, maybe give us an idea of what she's going to be picking up that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, she is heading to some garlic for me.
Okay.
And I use here in the store, which is a kind of peeled garlic.
Okay.
Which is, and also if you have to use a lot of garlic, that is the way to go right there. And then we also have whole garlic that you can keep in your fridge.
Sure.
All that stuff is really easy to find.
I love the shopping. It's so fun. We got garlic, linguine, pasta, butter, and beef whipping. Do you not say it like that? Whipping?
Okay. So she's heading to
nice. Okay.
And she's
Awesome. I was going to say, for somebody that might not be super familiar with the story, I was going to say, not going to be able to tell you.
Aisle number 2. Aisle number 3.
Are you sure? Okay, so we've got some, is that linguine?
Imported Italian section.
Okay. And then it looks like we still have butter, the heavy whipping cream, and Parmesan cheese.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So all of those things are going to be kind of over in the dairy department.
Perfect. All right, Toyota Muscatine Car Cam in action. We'll check back in just a few. We have a busy show today. My third guest is here for her first appearance. Super excited to have her. Kim Beckman. We had a camera over in your department at the Hickory House kitchen. You're the boss over there, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for coming on. I know that I kind of had to bump you a little bit for the FFA students, but that's okay, because if anybody appreciates FFA kids, it's you.
That's right.
Because you have farming in your
Yes,
is in your
my
blood.
background.
Yeah,
yes.
right? I mean,
born and raised on a farm and love it, and love watching the kids and all the responsibility and everything that they have with all the livestock.
That's what I told Summer and Taylor. The little experience that I have talking to FFA and 4-H kids, they are so responsible, because they're, again, whether it's showing an animal or just working on a farm, it's so incredible to be able to know that. Because I know when I was their age, and a lot of these kids are even younger, especially in 4-H, it's like, they're 10, 11, 12 years old, and they're telling me things I had no clue about, It's awesome. So I still city slicker. I did have a cool pair of boots, but I don't know where they are. I want to talk about catering, because we're sitting here on the first day of spring, if you can believe it.
I know, right?
And catering is going to be kicking off in a big way for sure, because graduation's coming up. We were just talking to those students about it, Summer and Taylor, about that. So when it comes to graduation parties, folks can reach out to you and really coordinate their whole party, like their whole menu if they want to,
they sure
right?
can. They can give call the store.
Sure.
And ask for Kim Beckman, and I can just help walk through everything. The store's got such a wide variety of options and everything that we can help you with, anywhere from your main entrees to just side dishes to we can do a whole barbecue. We've got 2 grills that we can pull on site and grill there for you. So it's a lot of fun making those days special, so the parents can enjoy their days with their kids.
So what's is it pulled pork or pulled chicken, or what seems to be popular for graduation?
The pulled pork
menus?
is the most popular. That, and then your meats and cheeses, your hams and turkeys. Yep.
And then as far as the side dishes, I told you when Jim was here yesterday, we were talking about those party potatoes, and I even wrote them down again, and that's how much I like them. Is that a popular side?
The hash brown bacon is a popular side, also an au gratin potato. But since you are starting to warm up just a little bit with some of the graduation parties, they like to keep it a little bit more basic. Because some areas don't have the electrical and everything to keep everything hot. So a lot of them go with more like your baked beans, your potato salads, chips, those types of things.
What's that salad called that you have with the broccoli in it that Steve loves?
Broccoli Supreme.
Oh, yes. I want you to look right in that camera and tell Steve Graham, because he's watching right now. Steve Graham, we got more Broccoli Supreme coming in. Another big buy, so watch for those deals. He loves that stuff. Yes. You had this, I don't know, I didn't see it this morning, but you had some crazy fuel savers on all these great sides.
We actually have,
Oh my gosh.
right now in our salad case, we have a Madness of March 10-cent per pound fuel saver.
Oh,
so stop
so
on over and
good.
get yours. Yeah.
I'm telling you what, I mean, all that stuff, it just looks so good when you walk by. And
a lot of it's made here at the store. We don't.
Oh,
everything
sure.
Prepped scratch.
I mean, people do you guys do so much over there. It's one of those departments where I'm just like, you know, you walk by thinking about what you're going to grab for lunch, and then I always think like, wow, somebody did all of this. Somebody made all this meatloaf, or even if it's frying chicken, which is really good, or those giant tenderloins, and I mean that it's all
And
stuff that gets
some
done.
people don't know that we can do a lot of different things. I mean, we do weddings.
Sure.
We can do company picnics and stuff as well.
Ooh.
So if
Okay.
you're planning your company picnic, hit us up for some options.
Yeah.
Give you some different ideas, things that we can do, totally take care of you on that end as well.
That's a good point.
Like I said, weddings, we have different options there.
Sure.
Of course, we've got Chef Tess who can help us from a plated sit-down dinner
Sure.
to us who we can take care of anything. I mean, we've pulled the grill there. We've done the fancy high-end chinas. We can do... So don't hesitate to give us a call and see what the options we have for you.
So we have the Hy-Vee website pulled up, and Easter's coming up. So again, if you have a big family or even a medium-sized family, and you're like, man, I don't want to cook at all, Easter meals are an option. They look so pretty in those pictures, and that's when they get prepared here and they're ready to go. Whether it's Thanksgiving packs that you do, and Christmas stuff, Christmas dinners, Easter is another one. Ham seems to be the most popular,
for Easter. Yes,
right?
it is. We've also got an in-store one that we do. We ran that for Thanksgiving and Christmas as well.
That was awesome.
So we do have an in-store option, and it runs $89.99. But you can always call a store and ask for specific details on that one as well. And it can be picked up on Easter up until 3 o'clock.
So think about that. You call 563-264-2420, talk to Kim or somebody in the kitchen, and then you just roll in, grab Easter, the meal.
Yep.
And you're
that way
good.
you can spend time with your family.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, our time is all valuable. We're all busy people.
Right.
You're incredibly busy. I mean, everybody has a lot going on. So if you guys can make people's lives easier, it's okay. And it's also okay to like roll in and grab that broccoli salad, which Steve probably does, and he probably puts it in his own container and passes it off as his own. That's not going to offend you, right?
Nope, it won't offend me at all. Actually, I've got people that bring in their own bowls.
They
and
do?
pick up their salads.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that pulled pork, I made it myself. Sure. Yeah. How does it taste so good? I don't know. Magic. We don't care. You know, that's what I say about the bakery, too. Like, yeah, grab a pie, pretend it's your own. You're not going to offend us. We just want people to come in and we'll take care of them, right? I mean, that's what it is. It is fun. So it's been about, 2.5 months for me working here. And again, we come back to talking about like that lunch option. We kind of get this rush in the store when people are starting to look for things to eat for lunch. When people roll up to the case at the Hickory House Kitchen, there's so many good options. I feel like it changes maybe daily, or I don't know how often it does, but
we have different options out there daily.
Right.
Some of them are pretty standard because they're things that people like.
Sure.
You know, that we know we need to have for that customer.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other end, they do change up.
The meatloaf is pretty special.
The meatloaf is really, it's a great seller along with the tenderloins.
Oh, those tenderloins.
Don't forget, we've always got Tenderloin Tuesday. And
that's today.
Tuesday,
Today's Tenderloin Tuesday, everybody.
So it's Tenderloin Tuesday.
Lunch is served. Those tenderloins, what's the secret? I mean, without giving it away, it's just, you know what I mean? They're just so good. Is it the breading or is it?
It's the preparation.
Okay.
The store level.
TLC?
Yeah.
Tender love and care on those things?
Yep.
Oh, they're so good. I'm telling you what. The tenderloin sandwich, party. And not only do you just get you get the tenderloin, but then whomever it is will be like, what do you want on it? And then you get to decide ooh, maybe a little onion, pickle, mustard.
Mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato.
Wow, mayonnaise.
Yeah, you
I
can have
haven't
it all.
had mayonnaise on a tenderloin.
And some American cheese, and you're set.
American cheese?
Yeah.
Did you guys know you can put American cheese on a tenderloin? Chad and Ryan, they're like, what? That's cool. I didn't know that. Tenderloin Tuesday. So if you're watching this live or on the rebroadcast, I'll tell you what, if you're watching this at 7:30 p.m. tonight, would you still have a tenderloin at 7:30 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be made to order, but we'll have
Perfect.
a tenderloin for you, so it's good and fresh and hot.
Maybe not at the 10:30 p.m. rebroadcast.
No.
Then we've been looking at Wednesday. But no, listen, Tenderloin Tuesday, it should be a national holiday as far as I'm concerned. Hickory House Kitchen, when it comes to catering or just lunch or dinner or picking up sides, whatever you need, if you want to call ahead, that's cool, 563-264-2420, or just better yet, stop in if you're able to.
Yep.
Ask the questions.
Mm-hmm.
I know
got
that
some literature we can give you.
Yeah, you can
We'll be having all of our graduation booklets and stuff out as well, so that can help. with like serving size, suggested servings, items like that that'll help you get through what you need to have for your child's special day.
Yeah, graduation's one of those things. It's a big day and a lot of people, and you know, I don't know. I'd rather just let somebody like you and your crew do the work. So yeah, I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you so much. Good to have you. I'm glad you did this. It's going to be fun to have you come back too sometime.
Oh yeah, I will.
Maybe on another Tenderloin Tuesday, everybody. Okay, so Toyota Muscatine Car Cam is has Betsy. Okay, we're we're hanging out with some cheese right now. And did we lose power in that part of the store? It's a little dark over there. Maybe we need to replace a headlight on the Toyota Muscatine Car Cam. We're going to have to take that in to get serviced. Chef Tess, what kind of cheese are you using again? Is it Parmesan? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sure.
Absolutely use like a real Parmigiano Reggiano for this recipe if you want to. But again, we're going for convenience here.
Sure.
Something that's really, really fast. Looks like she's picking up my butter.
Perfect.
I like to use the full pound block of butter.
Ooh.
You only have to unwrap it once instead of 4 times.
Nice.
Which is awesome. And then I tend to use a lot of butter at once, so that's why I like that product.
So again, we're showing you where everything is that was on Chef's list with the Toyota Muscatine Car Cam. There's the shopping list. So, and when Ryan gets back, unless that camera that is on Chef is still working, you want to get rocking?
Yeah, we can do that.
So we're doing an Alfredo. Now people are watching this, Chef, and they're probably thinking, I don't have time to make an Alfredo sauce. It's going to take too much time. And you're here to tell them that's not true.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show you exactly how much time it takes.
I can't believe
it's really not much. So I've got a little swirl of olive oil in the pan here.
Okay.
And a little knob of butter that's probably about half of a tablespoon.
Perfect.
I'm gonna let that start to melt. Butter burns and garlic burns. So listen to your pan, watch it. It's gonna tell you what's going on. It's gonna tell you how hot everything is. So I'm gonna swirl it.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna add this really, really fine paste of garlic here, which is actually gonna bring us to our chef hack for the day.
Chef hack.
Chef hack. So like I said, I use this pre-peeled garlic. And I go through a lot of garlic.
Yeah.
So instead of hand chopping it all, what I do is I use a microplane.
Okay.
And it will reduce it to a really, really, really fine paste. You can also use this for fresh ginger, things like that.
So it has multi-use, that what's it called again? What's that tool that you're using?
A microplane is what chefs call it. A lot of people also call it a citrus zester.
Oh, okay.
So that's, yeah.
So get yourself a citrus zester.
Yes.
That can also be used for garlic, as Emerald would say.
So, like I said, the pan's going to tell you what's going on. We've got a really nice sizzle now that I've kind of spread that garlic around, and you can see that the butter foam is kind of bubbling up a little bit.
Awesome.
That is what you're looking for.
Okay.
Garlic is really, not really, but it's higher in sugar, so it will burn just kind of like onions are.
Okay.
Or onions will. So we're looking good here. I'm going to add some heavy cream. Heavy whipping cream.
There is the whipped cream, everybody. It's starting to smell really good over here. All of a sudden, when you poured that in, I got a waft of Alfredo.
Oh, yeah.
Like up until that moment, and now it's like, so is it really that marrying of the whipping cream, the butter, and the garlic that starts to give it that familiar Alfredo smell?
The aroma?
The aroma?
It's pretty much just when that butter starts to foam up and really start working on that garlic is when you're just going to get hit in the face with like this excellent smell.
And then is the cream sort of absorbing everything?
Yeah, so the cream is the base of the sauce.
Yeah.
And then you're flavoring it pretty much with everything else.
Okay. And again, this is all just in less than, I mean, you haven't even been doing this for 5 minutes. Alfredo sauce that you could do at home. All the ingredients available here at Hy-Vee. Chef Tess just showing you.
And this is restaurant quality. So
right.
When I would make this in a restaurant, this is exactly how we do it.
Awesome.
So it's pretty cool. So we're going to bring that up to where it's just kind of bubbling and simmering a little bit. And at that point, I'm going to start to incorporate a little bit of cheese.
Oh, the cheese. Now, I feel like there's some people that are going to watch this and think, I didn't know the cheese went in the Alfredo sauce.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Mm.
It absolutely. The original Alfredo sauce, like the super, super classical version, actually doesn't even have any cream at all. It's just butter melted with Parmesan cheese.
Are you kidding me?
I am not.
Wow.
When we talk about Alfredo today, this is what we're talking about, but back in the day, it was just butter and Parmesan.
Butter and cheese.
So Parmesan, yes, which is super tasty as well.
I bet. But the and again, the heavy whipping cream is just I don't want to say it because it's certainly going to have a flavor, but texture for sure.
Oh yeah,
not
richness.
Richness, not quite binding, right? I mean, it's.
It really does. It brings everything together.
Sure.
Absolutely.
The whipping cream is like that one friend that can get between two friends that are maybe having a little tiff.
And just bring it in for a
hey,
big hug.
Big
Yes.
group hug.
Yes. Never
That is
heard
the
anybody
worst
describe
analogy.
heavy cream that way, but I love
That's
it.
the worst analogy I've ever used in my whole life.
That's wonderful.
Oh, boy.
So yeah,
Okay.
we've got the cheese incorporated in here. At this
Okay.
point, I'm going to season with salt and pepper.
Nice. How important is the salt and pepper? Always, right?
Super, super important. It's really important to use salt and experiment with it to your own palate, because everybody's palates are different.
Sure.
I try and do things on the lower end of the salt spectrum, just so it makes everybody happy, because I'm a
Yeah.
chef. But dial that in the way that you like it.
And now you're going to go linguine straight in the pan.
Yeah.
Which I've started to do more at home.
Yeah.
And it is definitely a chef move rather than, because this way you're going to be able to coat all of the linguine. Linguine.
Yes.
Geez, that's a tongue twister.
Yes.
Today's secret word is linguine.
Linguine.
Yeah. So it's all going to get coated.
And
again,
I cooked this earlier.
Okay.
I cooked it earlier.
Yeah.
I cooked it to perfect al dente. And then I rinsed it in a little bit of cold water, and then I put it in a bowl with just a drizzle of olive oil so it doesn't stick together.
Perfect.
You can do that 2 days in advance
Wow.
if you want to.
That's
and it would
awesome.
make this go even quicker. So we're going to coat that pasta. Turn
See, if
up
I would
the
have
heat a
done that
little bit.
flip right there would have been pasta all over. All over.
13 years of practice right there. And even still sometimes
Yeah.
I lose a little something. So don't worry if you do.
Oh, that's great. And again, this is all having been done in less than 10 minutes. I mean, certainly the pasta, boiling water, getting that done ahead of time. But as far as making an Alfredo sauce, if you're watching this, you can do this, We want you to have fun in the kitchen with your family, with your friends, whether you're a chef or you're a first-timer. And that's what people like Chef Tess are here for, so that when you have these questions and you're here, ask them. I'm telling you, more than a grocery store. Like, this is so great.
So
are you
we're all
done?
We're done, yep.
What?
So what we're looking for here is
Yeah.
the sauce. When you run your spatula through it,
Okay.
it holds a line, okay?
Okay.
That means it's gonna hold on and really coat those noodles in the bowl. And there's a little bit of extra sauce here, but that's okay, because as this cools down, it's gonna set up a little bit. So I'm just going to
Big fan of the plating. Big fan of the plating.
grab
Just
and
gonna say
twirl.
that. Yep. Oh, the twist. I've almost watched enough Food Network in my life to where I get some of these moves. Oh, no. I'm so sorry that you have to just watch this and that you can't be here. We'd always love to have an audience. If you're watching this and you ever want to just come and hang out, you're more than welcome to. Because when Chef is here, usually something pretty cool is happening. There's the shopping list again, all the ingredients found here at Hy-Vee. Garlic, linguine, pasta, butter, heavy whipping cream, Parmesan cheese. Ryan, give me a tight shot on that. Chef Tess, add it again. Simple. It just takes a little bit of time, a little TLC, but that is something that you could make for your family, make for your friends, or if you're a single person, make it for yourself.
Yeah, this
And
is a
have-
perfect single portion. 3 ounces of pasta is what I used.
Yeah.
It'd be great with a little bit of protein, whether that be Italian sausage, chicken, and some roasted vegetables or a side salad. Kind of keep everything balanced.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to try it?
Of course I want to
All
try
right.
it. I mean, what am I doing? What am I doing over here?
What
You
are you
even had
doing
a
over
fork
here?
ready? Oh, darn it. This is a tough gig. Wow, it looks so good. Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely, I'm gonna smell it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe, it's just always so impressive that you're able to do something this quick, this fresh, just right next to me. That's awesome. All right, I'm going in.
And anybody can do it too.
Oh man, I'm gonna
which is
try and not
awesome.
make this a big bite.
Do a solid twirl so you don't wear it.
I feel like Ryan's gonna get me. Let me see. No way. That's so good. Ah! That's my face. That is, oh my goodness, that is good.
And you're Italian, too.
I am very much Italian.
So this passes the test.
Wow. I just want to cancel the show. That is so good. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ever going to like make that and sell it? Because it's like
actually
unreal.
we were talking about doing one of our lunches up front on Thursdays
Yeah.
and doing like a build your own pasta. So
wow.
we will keep everybody posted when we do that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. All right. Chef Tess in the house, rocking it. Such a fun, best job ever. How could it not be? That's really good. I can't wait for these guys to try it. And I'm not like the host that's going to sit here and eat the whole thing, by the way. I want you to know, after the show, we share everything.
He shares. He does.
I do share. As large of a person as I am, I do share because I want him to experience how awesome that is and the fact that you just rocked it in the kitchen with all the ingredients right here. Brian McNally says, looks great, Chef. What a day for McNally not to be here, huh? Sorry, pal. We'll save you some. We won't.
He's had my pasta before.
The benefits of working next to each other.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Yeah, anytime.
Chef Tess in the house. Thanks to Ted Maroff with the Wilton City Council. He was a lot of fun. Great guy. I'd have Ted back on in a second. Thanks to Summer and Taylor, our FFA students from Muscatine High School, and shout out to Sam Paul for making that happen. Kim Beckman, Hickory House Manager here at Hy-Vee. Graduation Caterings, 563-264-2420. Let us take care of you. And, of course, thanks to Chef Tess for putting together an Alfredo in no time. So good. Can't wait for these guys to try it. And, yeah. What are you making on Thursday? Do you know yet? Have you decided?
Brian and I are still kind of messing around.
Okay.
It's going to be, I do know what we're at.
All right.
We're doing chicken tacos.
Chicken tacos.
Chicken verde tacos.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tacos again. They were a big hit last time. So
yeah,
trying to give the people what they want.
Awesome. So grab lunch Thursday, 11:30 to 1:30.
Yep.
Perfect. Tomorrow's guest on the show, Kelsey Stafford with Muscatine Parks and Rec. Also, Dave Crawley. He's the golf pro at Muni. And we'll also speak with Chelsea Vandale. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. She's with Child Care Resource and Referral Southeast Iowa. Thursday, Hannah Howard with the Conservancy of Iowa. And Brett Olson from the Y. And Friday, Dr. Naomi DeWinter with Muscatine Community College. That's it for Hy-Vee today. Tony Tone, pasta time, first day of spring. Enjoy it. Stop out of the store and treat yourself to some of this wonderfulness. We'll see you later on. Rebroadcast 7:30 and 10:30 at MPW Channel 5. Thanks to Remax. Live at 8:30. But for now, that's it. Bye. We're good. I got to finish all of this.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.